We visited the Topkapi Palace, a sprawling collection of buildings and gardens and treasures that served as the Ottoman Empire's administrative headquarters and main residence of the Sultan for 400 years. Beginning in 1456, within these walls lived a succession of about 30 sultans, their lovely concubines, and scheming eunuch servants. When the Sultan moved his residence and court to the newly constructed Dolmabahce Palace in 1856, the treasury remained right here, as the heart of the Topkapi Museum we came to visit. We were looking forward to seeing restorations of the Sultan's living quarters and reception areas, as well as part of the 400-room harem, which housed all female members of the Sultan's family. Once inside, we began making our way from one courtyard to another. Each of the 4 courtyards we passed through reflected an increased level of access to the Sultan and his mother. Yes, in most cases the Sultan's mother ruled the harem and played a very important advisory role, assuming the Queen Mother title of Valida Sultan. Now we're entering the passageways and rooms of the palace. Note the extensive use of decorated tiles, in which floral designs and beautiful calligraphy were the predominant themes. Look at these examples from throughout the palace. Some feature 16th century Iznik tiles, stemming from the period Ottoman tile making had been at its peak. In this corridor, even the walkway was paved in what appears to be a mosaic pattern. As we entered the reception area, we were greeted by costumed figures representing members of the court, perhaps even the Grand Vizier, who was the Sultan's right-hand man. Likewise, we met a depiction of the chief harem eunuch, or Kisla Agha, who was typically a castrated captive of East Africa. He was in charge of guarding the harem, which made him very influential. We were impressed with the rich wall decoration in the room of the Queen Mother, which was in the center of the harem. The painting we saw when we looked up was quite exquisite. This is the harem bathhouse, trimmed in marble, where members of the harem could get, you guessed it, a Turkish bath. The Sultan's bathhouse is slightly more elaborate, but both bathhouses benefited from a heating system beneath the marble floors. The throne room we entered is just one of several audience chambers in the palace. This one appeared designed to impress. I was surprised by how cheerful, light, and inviting it was. And I was impressed by its beautiful dome. Shouldn't every throne room have a dome? Coal stoves provided an artful centerpiece. With a throne this comfy looking, I'd fall asleep if I were the Sultan. Now, if we can just get past this formidable looking guard, we can enter the treasury. Let's start with the armory, which displays one of the world's greatest collections of Islamic arms. Here's a famous dagger that was the object of a heist in the 1964 film Topkapi. Little wonder it sports 3 gigantic emeralds on its hilt. Another big attraction in the Topkapi treasury is the Spoonmaker's Diamond, believed to be the 4th largest rock of its kind in the world. This pear-shaped diamond weighs 86 carats and is surrounded by dozens of smaller stones. We were looking at the museum's single most valuable exhibit. But where's the security? Enjoy seeing some of the other jewels that caught my eye, as well as sampling a wide range of other practical and decorative items we found on display in the Treasury Museum. Upon exiting the treasury, we found ourselves outside the harem. The girls were long gone, but this had been both their residence and school, as they were taught Islam and Turkish culture, music and dance, reading and writing, and how to present themselves in the presence of the Sultan. From this vantage point, we had a stunning view of the Sea of Marmara and the Bosporus Strait. On our way out, we passed the palace library. Very impressive. And we left through the massive Cannon Gate, which is the epitome of Ottoman architecture. By the way, the name Cannon Gate translates to Topkapi in Turkish.